Welcome back, Team T. It's T Zeal, your 24-year-old California lawyer. So in this episode, as you have seen, this is part 2, and we will discuss the cars that I've made offers for. And go from there. It's part 2 of the original video. As you know, it got a little lengthy, so I decided to make it into 2 parts. So here's part 2. Let's get right into it. This is basically some of the offers I made. As you can see, there's been a handful of cars. I think I made like about 8 offers or so. I have made an offer on this Aston Martin. I was never really a fan of Aston Martins, but this one in particular was pretty nice. As some of you may know, like the doors kind of opened in this angled way. Not so much dramatic to be like Lambo doors or like vertical doors, but it does open at this interesting angle, and that kind of gets to me. It is a sedan. I believe this one is a 2012. I also made an offer on this car. It's a 2014, as you can see, so it's a little newer than the previous Aston Martin. Essentially the same as that car. The only difference is this one is an S, as you can see, so it's actually a little faster than the other one. I had made an offer on this McLaren Mp4. I always liked McLarens. I'll probably show you guys my sports car wall. One of the cars that I always liked and wanted was actually a McLaren F1. And this was before the prices started getting all crazy and stuff like that. It was in one of it was in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and that's where I fell in love with that car. Obviously this is nothing close to that caliber of a car, but it is a McLaren. I wasn't necessarily looking into McLarens, but this one definitely caught my eye. I think on the website I'm looking at, in about like a 500-mile radius or something like that, from where I live in California, there are only like 2 McLarens for sale within like a certain price range and certain miles, so they are very hard to find. And I made an offer. It didn't really go anywhere on this car, not surprisingly. I think I lowballed it a little too much. It is a beautiful car, but I'm just not willing to pay 6 figures for something I like but never necessarily dreamed about. Next is Bentley. I'm not even sure they responded to my offer. I think something I should point out is the fact that about half or so of these offers weren't really answered. Some of them I didn't get responses to. Others I got general responses to, and like nobody necessarily reached out to me to like really negotiate. So I kind of took it as they don't really care to sell it for that low. And I wasn't really trying to bug them about the offer again. So I kind of let it slide. This one is a 2015 Bentley Continental. I'd like to also mention that I kind of lowballed all of these offers just because I know that a lot of exotic cars are selling for way cheaper prices because of COVID, and a lot of cars aren't getting sold. So a lot of them are actually sitting around. Some of the ones that I have been interested in, unfortunately, were like sold fairly quickly. So I guess some of the cars that I wanted are also catching other people's eyes. So they're making a deal and basically buying it on the spot, I guess, because one day I might see a car and the next day it might be gone. So some cars are definitely going faster than others. This car in particular, the dealer kind of messages me like every couple of days or so asking if I'm still interested. They didn't necessarily respond to like my specific offer, so I'm kind of ignoring them at this point because it seems like they're not gonna let it go for that cheap. This is an infamous car for sale in the Bay. I made an offer on this car. It's one of the ones I remember in particular that they kind of ignored the offer altogether. Like I didn't get a message from them whatsoever. Something interesting about this Lamborghini Gallardo is the fact that it has been on sale on this website for over a year, so I'm not sure why it's not getting sold. So that's a bit suspicious. I have heard that's like all the cars on the lot have to be on sale. So sometimes maybe cars are put on sale just for the hell of it, and the dealer has no intention of actually selling it. It seems like this car has been on sale for over a year, but the prices have not actually changed at all, from what I recall. So I don't think they necessarily even have a real intention of selling it at this point, or they would decrease the price, or respond to my offer. But yeah, moving forward, I made an offer on this Bentley, kind of the same ordeal as the other ones. It's also a 2015, like the black one I just showed. Essentially the same thing. Yeah, I made an offer that was on something exactly the same. I'm not sure if I have a photo of it, but if I do, then obviously you guys will see it. But it was very similar to this, in terms of, you know, the color and everything. That one was blacked out. I really love that car. It was way cheaper than this one as well. I made an offer on that one, which was a pretty reasonable offer. I didn't necessarily lowball it, but unfortunately they told me that it got sold. So I made an offer on this one. This one's fairly reasonably priced as a 2010. This is a super sports Continental coupe, so it's extremely fast. And I would also like to mention all these cars that I'm looking at. I'm actually also looking at how fast they go, how much horsepower they have, the engine size. I'm trying to get something that's fast. Not that I would drive like crazy or anything like that. Most of the time, I'd probably sit in the garage or something anyways. But I'm trying to get something that has at least decent fuel efficiency, and is fast. So it's kind of hard to find a blend of both, but yeah. But anyways, I made an offer on this one. They kind of ignored the offer. They did respond though, and they replied a couple of times. Kind of made me mad that they ignored my offer but kept trying to talk to me. So that's that. Really nice car, I would say. The interior, from what I recall, was black and red. Something I really like about cars. So we have this car. I made an offer on this car, and I'm actually still talking to the dealer about it. I might make an official offer. This one is actually on consignment, and the dealer told me that if I was ready to make an official offer, they would be very willing to talk to the owner that has it on consignment at this dealer, to see if he would be interested in selling this car. So that might be something we see on this channel in the near future. So this one was actually one of my favorites. The only bad part about this car was the fact that the interior was orange. Based on the look of it, I'm pretty sure it is wrapped, since it's this like matte or satin gray type of finish. Has Superleggera rims. The interior was like super modded. There was a lot of carbon fiber pieces like all over it. Even the steering wheel was carbon fiber. Outside of the interior being orange, instead of what I would like with the red and black, it was a really nice car, and it was going for fairly cheap. I think they had priced it to sell, and that's why it went super fast. I was kind of eyeing it at that time, I should say. This was about like a month ago or so, or a month and a half. So I was just eyeing stuff. I wasn't really making offers at that time. And yeah, before I even made an offer, the car disappeared, and presumably somebody bought it. Not surprisingly, considering the deal it was going for, and all the aftermarket parts, all the carbon fiber, the rims, everything surely added up. So whoever bought it, lucky person, they really got a steal. This was the front side of the car. As you can see, the orange interior. So this one was my absolute favorite. I wasn't a huge fan of the yellow. As you would know at this point, red is the way to go for me. But yeah, this was the car. It was all blacked out, had the yellow brake calipers. I don't really have a picture of the inside, I believe, but the inside was all black with the yellow stitching. Pretty nice combo. It actually had a built-in police radar detector in it, which was really cool since you could install one yourself, but they're usually not going to be like built-in like this one was. So whoever owned this Lamborghini before it got sent to this dealer, I'm assuming they had a lot of fun with it. And this is the front side. Basically exactly what you'd imagine. There's not really aftermarket parts. Kind of just has the tint, I believe, and the police detector, but it was very sleek, and I kind of like the blacked out look and how low-key it is. I kind of like something that's like low-key but noticeable, and this was perfectly it. That is all I have for you guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and follow the rest of my car journey and my lawyer life. Triumph, your dreams await.